So, yeah, you should probably go watch it. But if you aren't sure yet, here is my review. So if you throw in Robin Hood, you throw in cops, you throw in spies, and you also sprinkle in a little bit of those shows that you watched as a kid with like educational segments, this is the show that you get. And it's beautiful, it's stylish, it's slick. It has a pretty good cast of villains, it has a cool hero, and you get to learn genuine tidbits about different countries, different cultures, you get an overarching story, and you get to fight crime. Yeah, that's cool, okay? So from the top, Carmen Sandiego is a thief, but she only steals from the very, very evil people, McEvil, bad guy corporation of evilness. Because why else would you name your cartoon organization Vile, you know, while trying to be conspicuous? She was scooped off the street by one of the head honchos, and she went to go live on their island, where they train thieves to steal stuff for them for their organization. So she grows up and she becomes a student over there and she learns how to be a thief. And she decides that, nope, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna fight you guys. So she becomes a vigilante, but she doesn't do it alone, for she has her standard hacker friend and 2 sidekicks there to help her. Okay, seriously? And I like snorted. They literally have a guy who is surrounded by screens and who is a kid genius hacker. Can we stop having kid genius hackers, okay? No more of them. Stop it. No more, okay? You can have kids that are like that, but just... No, you can't, okay? There's too many of them now. It's the oversaturated market. Stop it. Anyway, so this guy, his name is Player. He's nice. He gets a bonus point because he's Canadian, but he doesn't have much personality besides, you know, I'm friendly. Or he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything except be helpful. And that's it. He just services Carmen. But then there's the 2 sidekicks, Jack and Ivy. I'm introducing them to you. The show forgot to do it. All the show is giving you is a title card that says Jack and Ivy on it because they forgot to show them during the pilot episodes. They just appear out of nowhere for like the 3rd episode and, oh, we're here now. So if you want to know who these characters are, well, Jack is hungry, and Ivy is independent. Yep, that's it. That's all there is to them. They are very developed characters. Honestly, maybe this show has a problem with having underdeveloped characters because basically everybody just has their motivation or whatever, or their alignment, and we just go along with that because, Right now, you might be thinking that I just don't like these characters. I mean, they're nice enough, and Player, he's still cool enough. It's just they don't seem to have much development. And the villains, you might be able to argue the same thing. So basically, you have your board of evil teachers slash head honchos of Vile organization. There's the soccer mom, the evil pale man, Cleopatra, the mad scientist, and Hanzo. I kid you not, that is Hanzo's voice actor. You will not be able to unhear the Hanzo, okay? Especially if you're an Overwatch player like me. And there's also Carmen's former classmates that she has to go up against, such as the French guy, the Spanish guy, the mime guy, Ash, and the former Aussie best friend who now Carmen doesn't see eye to eye with. By the way, he's cute. So the animation, the art style, everything is like, it's cool, okay? It's cool. Like, you see like the intro and everything is like black and white, and then there's just Carmen in red, and it's cool. It's cool. And when you actually do see Carmen flipping around, it's cool. It inspires a superheroine feeling, but then they don't seem to do it a whole lot. Like, at the beginning you see it, but then I felt that like later on they just didn't show that as much in favor of like a team effort. But it's like, I don't care. I want to see Carmen flipping around. That's what I want. It's not that it's bad. It's just there's a certain appeal of seeing Carmen, you know, acting cool. I'm also gonna mention that bonus point for making the Vile headquarters not automatically vile. It is a place. It is a neutral place where things happen. It's an academy at first, and then later on, you can view it more as an evil organization but the show doesn't automatically be like, ah, evil, evil. I found that it told you more through the characters and the setting and what they were doing, not by just the location itself, which is good, you know? So I'm gonna point that out, bonus point for you. Last thing I'm gonna mention is the frame rate. Now, if you remember from the Dragon Prince and the review I did on that, some people were upset about the frame rate in that. This show has a similar frame rate, like a reduced frame rate kind of style. And while it still might not be as great, like when you see her jump from roof to roof and she teleports a little bit, that might not be as cool, but this show might handle it a tad bit better because of the art style. The art style might be a tad bit more accepting. The show's animation feels like more of like a cutout style. So it might lend itself just better than using 3D animation. It might be just my opinion. Maybe some people have taken issue with this, but you know, I'm gonna point it out. You guys do what you want with it. So next thing I'm gonna discuss is the educational aspect of it. So you might have already written it off like, oh, I don't want to know about some kids show that just teaches me like stuff and just kind of shoves it down my face. At the beginning of the episode, they'll give you the standard expositional like, oh boy, they show you the chart. Have you seen this country? Their main source of food is this. They have a cultural dance thing where they do this. And yeah, it's expositional and it's blocky and it's like very clear how they establish it. It was still interesting because the thing about this show, one of the show's values might be just to promote the culture. Carmen, when she steals, basically the entire show, the reason why she thinks stealing is wrong is because you're stealing something, stealing the culture from the rest of the world. You're stealing something that belongs to the rest of the world. So like things from a museum, and valuable artifacts. She realizes that this is wrong, and that's the kind of like one of the goals of the show is to give back to the world, like not take from it, and not just by vile, like one organization that just takes it for monetary value and such. So the educational aspect falls nicely into this because then they give us information about the culture that then will play out into the rest of the episode. So for example, one of the episodes, they are trying to save, it was Indonesia's rice. They were trying to save Indonesia's rice fields. They talked about how rice was one of the main source of food in the beginning of the episode, in that chunk. That is important information. So it helps us understand what we're dealing with, and it gives a cultural aspect to it rather than, oh, Asian country, their rice, damage the rice. And I learned stuff, so I think this show has value for sharing it with your kids because of the educational aspect. You might learn something too. So all in all, Carmen Sandiego is a beautiful, slick show with a great heroine that I think might need more episodes to truly like bring out character development and whatnot, but for the characters that are already there, they're pretty good. For the basic story that they already have in the 9 episodes, there are only 9 episodes out, 20 minutes, you can maybe binge watch this if you want. For what there is already there, it's still a fun ride. If they do make more of these, they can maybe dive into more countries and expand on the character development of these characters. If you are concerned about the fact that she's a thief, she is stealing from the bad guys essentially, and she's essentially a Robin Hood character. So Carmen Sandiego is a really good show, and I think that Netflix should make more of these. I make this video and then realize that the headquarters look maybe a little evil. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and yeah, this show, the show's art style is really nice, and I enjoyed watching this show. So you guys should probably go check it out. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Miss Burb out.